be famous for?
Go ahead.
Well, what was the name of that street? Oak Street. I think it was Oak Street we lived at the, right at the end of Oak Street, on the bottom of the hill down there in Old Blue Rapids. And my name's Nick Bolejack. And my folks owned that house. When I went to the service in 1955, they lived there, and then Tug Creek was coming in, so they bought the place. And they moved to Lincoln when I got out of the service. That's where they lived. They lived in Nebraska then, so. I didn't live here too long when I went into the service. They only lived here, what, maybe 2 years?
Yeah,
Couple of years. But you lived here, you were here longer than I was.
Yeah, I went to the 8th grade here, and part of my freshman year, and then they moved to Nebraska, so I went to 8th grade. I worked at that grocery store right next door.
And it was Stanley's then?
It was Stanley's. I worked
Yeah.
at Stanley's grocery store.
So Vic and his dad were probably.
Yep, they sure were.
Yeah.
So what year would that have been?
Let's see.
Well, it had to be around, what?
51.
No, because I went to service in 55, so it had to be 56. See, you're getting old, can't
Yeah.
remember.
Can't remember dates.
Let's see, your name is
I'm Jack, and he's
Jack.
Nick.
Okay, Jack and Nick, okay. And your folks' names?
My dad's name was same as mine, Nick Bolejack, and mother's name was Virginia.
Is she from originally from here?
No,
No,
she
she was
was
from Randolph.
Randolph,
Okay,
Kansas.
okay,
Originally, that's where we moved
yeah,
to. We moved to Barnes first and then from there to here.
okay.
My dad was a truck driver, hauled gasoline for years.
For somebody here in
Out
town?
of El Dorado, Kansas,
No.
into Lincoln, Nebraska.
Just happened to be well, he was born in Waterville, and of course he knew everybody in the whole county.
Yes.
And he was, well, Nick was born in Waterville, I was born in Waterville. And,
In the house over there that was a hospital?
No,
No,
No.
but the house I was born in is still
It's
standing
still
over
there.
there. I went over there and looked yesterday, and the house is still, it's one of them little shotgun houses, you know,
That's
where
the
they had
last
the
one on the
bedroom,
highway
the
going
living
west
room,
out of
and
town.
then the kitchen
On the
dining room.
north side. That's where he was born. I was born up in the north end of town in the house. And the house is still there too.
But the house we lived in over here, as I was saying, it was neat. The gentleman that owned it before us had done really good work. They had nice cabinets and all really nice work in it. But when you opened the cabinets, it said dynamite on the back of the doors. All the cabinets, everything was made out of dynamite boxes. So we always called it the dynamite house.
So it's a very large house?
No, it was
I had a little
4 rooms, I think.
Yeah, I had a bedroom and a small living room. Had a pretty good sized kitchen, and then like a screened in back porch or whatever that we made into a bedroom.
Right.
You know, had concrete floor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We had bunk beds back here. It was fine.
How many children were in that? In your
3 of
house?
us.
Three of us
Three,
at that
okay.
time.
At that time.
Just 3 of us. 3 boys.
For just through a while, because then, like I said, I went to service then and just left him with my younger brother.
It was right across an alfalfa field from the old railroad bridge. I don't know if that railroad bridge is still there or not.
I don't think so.
The abutment's there, but you can see the evidence of it.
But the first thing, when I met guys my age here in town, that was the first thing you do, take you, initiate you jumping off that railroad bridge.
It's the river.
Oh,
Oh, we did it all the time. It's, after the first time, well, you know, any new kid came to town, you had to take them down and initiate them. First summer, as soon as it got warm enough that you could jump, you had to jump them off the bridge.
so how about the Main Street Bridge too? Did you jump off of it?
Oh, no. No.
That a little higher, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
Wow.
higher than the railroad bridge was.
Was the wagon bridge that went into Old Blue Rapids, the north, well, it had been north of the fairgrounds. They called it the old wagon bridge, wasn't it?
The one that went over to the island?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
That was-
I don't believe
it's still
I've
there?
ever seen that. I don't think that was.
Okay,
I don't
think so.
remember.
I don't remember it.
okay, it's probably gone from one of the floods.
Yeah.
I bet. So what were some of the duties you had when you were working over here at Stanley's?
Well, I just took pictures of it because on the back side of the store, there's a lean-to part there with a tin roof. And I can remember when it was 120 degrees outside, I was back there in under that tin roof, sacking potatoes, making 10-pound bags of potatoes. I don't know what the temperature was in there. It must have been just terrible, but,
Oh, yeah.
well, when you're that age, it don't bother you, know.
Who were some of the people you worked with? Do you remember?
No, I don't. I really don't. But,
Vera Page, was she there when you were working there? Does that name ring a bell?
yeah, the name rings a bell.
The cashier lady?
That's where I got my first tip.
Oh,
There was a lady come in there, she was, I guess she was probably in her 80s, and her shoe was untied. And she was kind of embarrassed, but she asked me, would you tie my shoe? I was stocking shelves. Would you tie my shoe? I said, well, sure, you know. And I tied her shoe. I stood up, and she's handed me a dime. And I didn't understand what the dime was for, and she said, well, that's a tip for tying my shoe. I said, well, you don't have to. Yes, I do, you know. So I finally took the dime, because but it was,
huh. So you're here with Juanita.
Yeah,
Celebrate.
yeah,
Okay,
Aunt
no,
Juanita celebrating her 90th birthday.
It was the second, but,
Okay.
you know, but we celebrated today because everybody, you know, it's Sunday, everybody
Right.
get here. So,
Does she have? Do you have like a family book on the Bolejacks or anything? Has anybody done any genealogy on that?
Yeah, I have one, but it's in Florida.
Well, sometimes something to think about. We'd like to collect family histories and keep it here in our museum too.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, everybody in Blue Rapids, Waterville, and Marysville knows Aunt Juanita.
yeah,
mhm.
you know, because she run, well, that restaurant over there, she had that, she run that for years.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Uh,
Oh, the Blue
Over
Valley
there where the
Cafe?
Blue Valley is.
Okay, she ran that. Oh.
Yeah, and then she worked in that restaurant that used to be down there. I think the firehouse is there now. There used to be a filling station and a restaurant down there. She worked in there for years too.
Scott's
Scott's.
Cafe.
Is that what it was?
Scott's
I don't
Cafe.
remember what it was.
Mhm.
For many years, she worked in Dixie Inn over in Waterville, and she worked
Oh.
in the cafe and the hotel over there for a lot of
For
years.
a lot of years too.
Okay.
And she lived in that little white thing there for years and years.
Yeah, that white building right there.
That white building.
Is it still standing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that white
that
building
white
right there.
one right
She
there.
lived
Oh,
in
here
her
in the
house.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She lived in the front of her. My granddad lived in the front of that for, oh, I don't know.
Long time.
Long time, probably
Mhm.
5, 6 years, maybe. And then the back one was bigger and didn't come available, so they moved from the front to the back.
Okay.
And then she lived there for, God, till probably, what, 10 years ago?
I don't remember it.
Something like that.
Mhm.
I was in the Air Force for 22 years, so, you know, the folks lived in Lincoln, so when I got a chance to go home, I was just running up to Lincoln, then it's back to base, you know.
Right, yeah.
And then I got married, so it was go see our folks, go see her folks, and back to work.
Mhm. Do you ever remember any activities that went on around the square, like on Saturday night or
Oh, my
anything?
God, yes.
Oh, do you?
Well, it was what? Had it been 5, 6 beer joints in this town?
Well, I was telling these kids, when you came uptown at night, there were people all over that circle, all the stores would be
On
full.
Saturday night.
And all the sidewalks would be full of people every
Mhm.
Saturday night, because that's when all the farmers came
And
in.
there wouldn't be a place to park on the
Yeah,
outside
you
of that
couldn't.
square or the inside.
Nope.
You know, when we was kids. Of course, you know, back then, most farmers and everybody came to town on Saturday night, did their shopping for the week.
Mhm.
And there weren't
They
any
couldn't,
Walmarts.
they couldn't
No.
jump in the thing and run to the store every day or whatever. They didn't, they just didn't do it.
And there weren't any 24-hour Walmarts, so
No.
they,
So what did you do when you were kids? Did you go to the movie or did you just
oh,
hang around
I
the
was asking
square?
him where the theater was. I couldn't find the theater, and I was asking him where it was, and he was telling me they tore it down.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I went to a lot of movies in that theater.
Uh-huh.
I hate to tell you how old I am, but it cost us 12 cents to get in that movie.
Me
12
too.
cents to
12
get-
cents.
go to the movies, yeah.
And some of my grandkids were saying, did they always have that jailhouse over there? And I said, no, the jail used to be in the bottom of the movie theater. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard that. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
jail used to be in the bottom of the movie theater.
Yeah.
That's where it was at.
So how did you know that it was down there?
Well, everybody knew
Oh.
Dick Worthington.
Do you have some stories about him?
Yes, my folks had just moved to town. We hadn't lived here very long, probably 2-3 months. Of course, I had a car, had a 40 Mercury, and got to racing, and I tore a little gear out of it. So I'd always start off in second. Well, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and I'm going home, and I pulled down there to the highway. Of course, there's a stop sign there. I didn't see a soul, so I just left it second, kind of eased around the corner. And Dick was sitting over there at one of them filling stations, and he seen me. And he pulled me over. Of course, he's police, so I stopped. He said, you know, you just run a stop sign on a federal highway? And I said, yeah. You know, I can give you a ticket for that? Yeah. I said, you know, I could arrest him. Yeah. I can throw you in jail overnight. Yeah. I just agreed with him. I won't go argue with the man, you know. Pretty soon he said, who are you? I said, Nick Bolejack. He looked at me and he said, are you Big Nick's son? I said, yeah. He said, get out of here, but don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
I remember, of course, I was younger than Nick, so I wasn't driving, but I remember talking to him up here on the streets and him telling us about during the Depression how guys, they're hungry. You know, they didn't have a job and they were hungry. And he said they would come up and just paste him right in the face so that he would throw them in jail and they'd get supper and breakfast that way. He said it didn't take long till he could see it in their eye when they come walking up there. He said, no, 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 no. You want to go to jail? I'll throw you in jail. You get your supper and your breakfast, and then you got to get out of here. But don't hit me.
Well, who fixed the meals? Did
I
he?
don't know.
I wonder who
I'm
did
sure
I
that.
the
think
county
she
paid
did.
for it.
She did?
Yeah.
I imagine his wife did,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But he was, I was just, you know, like in the 8th grade, but I still remember him telling about that. They'd just walk up and hit you, hit you right in the face.
Do you remember Eagle Eye?
Oh,
Yes.
Lord, yes.
Okay. I think everybody must remember him.
I'd forgotten about him, but yes, I did.
Yes, I can remember him.
What story do you have
I don't
about
remember
him?
much about him, but
I
I
don't
can
either.
remember him.
I remember him, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else was kind of a town character that you do remember? Everybody talks about Dick Worthington and
well, he was around a lot.
about any black people.
Nope,
I never knew a black person until I joined the Air Force, so.
Mm.
I don't ever remember any black people living here.
I think they probably moved out before they came.
Mhm.
Like
What teachers did you
Scott.
have?
Well, I didn't go to school here,
Oh,
so
oh.
you do that, talk to him about
And I don't remember.
Mr. Brickta? Was he a teacher then?
I remember the principal and his wife. They taught 7th and 8th grades, and they kind of swapped back and forth between us. I don't remember his name. He
Was that
Nice guy.
Mr. Weller?
might have
Weller.
been.
Eldon Weller?
Might have been. He was a nice guy. I like him and his wife both. I like
What
them.
year would that have been?
There again.
it.
It had to be 55, 56 along in there somewhere.
I'd say that in probably 55 maybe. 'Cause I went to the Navy in February 55.
Yeah. But
They
they
were
were,
still going to school up there, so it probably, that'd be about right.
but I don't know, long time ago, I don't remember.
Yeah, you don't think about that.
Did you remember the golf course?
Oh, yes.
Oh, north of town.
Oh, yes. Remember the golf course very well. My buddies and I run around, like I said, I had a 40 Mercury. It was pretty high off the ground.
Oh,
Saturday night, we get a case of beer and go to the golf course. Everybody got in my car because it was high enough for them ruts. It wouldn't drag by.
oh.
Well, I was younger than that, I was going to the movies.
He was going to the movies, we were drinking beer.
I was going to the movies,
It'd be like Numachek, Don Numachek. Remember him, Numachek's?
Nemechek or?
Nemachek?
Yeah, yeah, Nemechek, okay.
Yeah, I remember when I was Don, he was my same age, or maybe a year younger than me, I don't remember, but about my same age.
Yeah.
They lived way out south of town someplace.
Yeah, there's some, Brian Nemechek's still around, but.
He had like, had an older sister, and I think they was him, and he had twin sisters. I can't remember their names. I can remember the other person. Not much to do with those names. Twin sisters was quite a bit younger than us.
Was Youngberg, you said, lived across the street from you down?
Yes,
on-
Right straight
Young.
across the street.
Okay.
What was his name?
I don't know, he fished every day, I remember that.
Yeah,
He went fishing every day.
in the summertime.
Or their meal, probably.
Well,
it was, yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think,
Uh-huh.
I know, I went there one day, the folks were someplace, and we had 2 beehives out behind the house. And I was out there doing something, I don't remember exactly what I was doing, and this bee landed on my temple. You know, they say just be cool, let him, well, it stung me anyhow. And I went over there to ask if she had any aspirin. And, yeah, she gave me some aspirin, and she rubbed honey on that. And you know, I took the sting right out of it.
Oh.
And she asked me if I want something to eat. Well, I don't know. What do you got? I'm a kid. She said they were having turtle. And I'd never eaten turtle. I wasn't too sure. Well, she said, just try it, just try it. It's a good thing it was a big turtle because I ate like a teenager. I'm not kidding.
Oh.
That woman could cook anything that came out of that river. She could do it well.
Uh-huh, yeah. Because they had quite a few kids.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
quite a few in that family.
and 1, 2, 3, and 3 girls and 4 others.
I don't remember. Beverly was my age. She went
4,
to school.
no, I think there was 5. I think the oldest girl, can't remember her name, and then there was Beverly, then Pat. What was that boy's name?
I don't know. He was
And
young.
then there was
Jerry.
Jerry, and then I think there was a younger one, a girl after
Mhm.
him.
Yeah, there was a,
So there was 5 of them.
and there's